Hey, Crypto Heads, it's the Goose with the Cryptic Paranormal Show. Welcome back. The Cryptic Paranormal Show is back. My bad last week, so everybody blame me. Not that anybody really cares, but it is my fault. But hey, Parapsychon this weekend out at Mansfield. Super excited about that. It's one of our favorite events of the year.
This weekend.
Yep.
Just snuck right up on us.
It sure did. So before we get into anything, I got to ask Heisenberg real quick. Since Parapsychon is this week, and I know you have this big fan club going on.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, did you schedule a meet and greet? And second, is there any discounts this weekend for autographs?
There's no discounts in the Heisenberg fan club. And no, I mean, do you really think that I would do a meet and greet?
No, you don't like talking to people. That's true. Yeah.
So I don't want to put on airs.
Yeah.
Just to be somebody,
look at that word you just threw out there.
If they're paying the $2,000, they're paying for the whole Heisenberg experience.
Yeah.
Which is complete silence and just being ignored. And yeah, okay.
Yeah. And if they talk to you, you just give them a dirty look.
Right.
But
if they want the actual, like, you should go another tier, and like for a little bit more money, you should have like a private chat group with them, so you can ignore them there too.
Yeah.
You see, that's why you're never going to be president of the fan club, because
for $2,500, he'll leave you on red on your messages.
There you go.
He'll leave you on red while he's showing green the whole time, but not responding.
Yeah, right.
Well, if you don't tap on it, you can still read it without seeing what.
True.
Right.
That's usually what I do, because you guys start sending them in succession.
Yeah. Goose, I can't do comments, just so you know.
You can't do comments?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no discounts in that.
I thought I'd try.
If you could do like for $3,000, you'll tell people about airplane crashes.
There you go.
See, this is why I'm considering her for president of my fan club.
I suck.
Got the marketing down.
Right.
Okay, before we do whatever story we have to do, I have to go get me a flannel shirt. I'm kind of cold down here.
Okay.
All right. I just had to turn on.
Yeah, let me know when the sound thing does, because I can't hear it. Remember, so.
Okay.
I'll just go and like that.
Yeah.
So it's what's up, Tina?
Every week he goes, "What was that?" I don't know why you can't hear it.
I spent a whole half an hour making that thing. He could at least pretend
bummer.
he hears it. I guess. I don't know. You hear it, right?
Yeah, I hear it.
Okay. I gotta bring it up.
I'm good, by the way. Sorry. Things are just crazy over here with the end of the school year. Like,
oh, trust me, I know.
I am going nuts.
Yeah, we had both girls. Like you last night, we had the band concert.
Yeah.
So I struggled to get home from work on time to be able to go.
Yeah.
And that was with not being on call. I still struggled to get home on time.
Right.
Then it's just like I didn't even get a chance to like change. I had to go straight there.
Yeah.
So it was nuts. Great time. The concert was amazing. So girls did awesome, but hard to swallow that the next time I see Piper perform with the band, she's going to be a freaking senior. Yeah. And I know you're kind of going through the same thing.
Yeah, it's tough because I don't think Easton's going to do it again next year. So,
oh, really?
I don't think I'll have any regular concerts anymore because Everett will be in marching band now.
Yeah. Gotcha. But they're growing up, and I don't like it. And it is crazy. Stupid. They have so many things going on. But
I know.
All right.
Hey, Darren.
So, Darren,
how'd your tours go? I saw that when they did the tours at Old Licking County Jail, they were like, it was like kids went free, or there was like a discount for kids or something.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's super cool. I think the kids should be like, let's get them interested in history.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's hard sometimes, like at the seminary, to talk. There's some certain things you don't want to talk about in front of kids. So
yeah. How do I mention
into the Akron Historical Museum or whatever?
Yeah.
He calls it the boring place.
Oh.
Because
Aw.
like the Akron Children's Museum or whatever
Yeah.
he likes to go to is also like just like a block away. So
Yeah.
he's like, do we have to go to the boring place first?
Oh.
He's a smart kid.
Yeah, he's really smart.
It's hard to for the little ones to get what's going on. All right,
Aw.
so to get the show started, Tim,
Tim.
Tom, Tallulah, whatever your name is.
Sammy.
All right, to get things started, Tina, Babu, said to start off the show, I saw an actual apparition of my old cat who was buried in the backyard, playing with my alive cat in the kitchen, and when I walked in, it looked right at me, and I said, Ouija? And then she faded away.
That's so cool.
That's pretty cool.
And she's really excited about it. Well, with a cat named Ouija,
Yeah.
I would hope
What
there'd be some kind of
You
activity.
should have known.
Right.
You
So I
should have
love
known
that name,
she was
though.
coming back. That's cool.
So, all right.
Yeah.
Well, how are things going with the new season being open at MadCon, Madison Seminary? I cannot talk today. I need more of this. Hold on.
It's good. It's good. The building's starting to warm up. So that's
There you go.
lovely.
That's always a good time of year.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Just
For
this
about a
week.
week.
That's it.
Yeah, just
For a
this week.
week.
And then it's over.
It's going to be
Oh,
boiling.
just kidding. You already missed it.
Yeah, right.
It's gone.
There's only one day that you could go to Madison, and it's a good day.
Yeah.
Weather.
100. It was 110 degrees tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure.
Darren said we had 186 people. Nice.
That's awesome.
12 and under free, especially during downtown events. That's
Yeah.
cool, dude.
Yeah.
And you guys are like right downtown, so I can imagine you guys get some.
And there's like a
travel.
farmer's market over there and
Yeah,
stuff
no,
too.
it's a
so-
grocery store right across the street. Isn't
Yeah.
There?
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. It's a cool place. The community. It's like right smack dab in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Old Lincoln County.
Yeah. The whole little square there is super cute.
I've
Yeah.
never been there like during the day though. Like I haven't really. I mean, I've heard the things going on from the jail while we were there, but yeah, it seems like by the time we get there and we get it going, everything's pretty much closing down and dying off a little bit.
I like the kind of the closeness of Old Lincoln County Jail. Like when we did Moundsville, it was like so vast and just
Yeah.
overwhelming.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's
Old
like-
Lincoln,
yeah.
perfect.
Right. You could actually go through the whole thing a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, the freaking Mansfield too, dude. You need like a week to be able to do that. Like,
Yeah.
if you really want to investigate.
Right. Yeah, like Mansfield, I've never investigated yet, but
Yeah,
It's
I would
too
say
much.
Mansfield is definitely bigger than Moundsville, but Moundsville is hard. It's there's a lot. I mean, and I love those people down there, and I love the building, but if you want to get right to it, be wary of taking the paranormal tour before, because I think, back then you couldn't even start until midnight. Like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
So then by the time you're done setting up whatever you're doing, getting the tour done, it's almost 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm already done by that point. I'm like,
For
okay.
sure.
I mean, back then it was a little bit easier, but there's no way I could do it now. I'm like 10:30. I'm done.
not now, man. Yeah. Like I'm mad if I'm not in bed, like almost falling asleep at 10:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have
Oh, dude,
flashlight tours that go till midnight, and then you can like pay extra to stay till 3:30 or whatever. And it always gets to be like close to midnight, and I'm like, did anybody pay to stay after? And Shelly will be like, yeah, we have 4 people. I'm like, oh god, I just want to go home.
So are you the one that gets stuck being there while they're doing that?
I mean, not
everybody else
stuck.
at home?
Yeah, Shelly
Yeah,
always
yeah.
tells me you could go home if you need to, but
They're like, no.
yeah, I don't want to leave
Yeah.
Shelly. But yeah, it's
Oh,
tough.
that's
to
cool,
stay up
Tina.
that late.
Tina said Ouija, her cat, was actually born on the Ouija board underneath her couch.
Why are you
That's
keeping
crazy.
a Ouija board underneath your couch?
Right.
Where else would you
Not
put
see-
it? Come
in a
on.
And
man.
aren't you
closet.
afraid that the bird
Somewhere where you're
itself
not
will
touching
summon a demon on the
it.
board?
Yeah.
Is it like a blood sacrifice on the board?
No.
Oh,
So
sweet. Cool. So,
nice.
yeah, Darren Smith will be at Parasite Con, and I know Holly and Ken will be there, so they're all going to be together. Cool. I can't wait to see everybody, man. I'm in the mood. I need something to snap me out of the funk
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
I've been
for
in this
sure.
last couple of weeks. It's just been a lot of work and a lot of running around, and my stress level is way taller than I am right now. So,
Yeah.
but
It has
cool.
been crazy.
Yeah. Yep. Winding down seems to be amping up the activity around the house. The end of the school year.
Yeah. And it's
It's
just
the
like, and then
power.
being busy with work, and then
Oh
like
yeah, yeah.
everything else starts to kick in. I don't know. It's just,
I mean, I don't want to complain because I know you work like every day, all day, but
I mean,
I'm going on 12 days straight, and it's been busy. I've been out late every day, so
yeah.
I'm physically tired. And I'm like, really, Parapsychon this weekend?
I know.
I'm like trying to go like, yeah, Parapsychon this
Yeah.
weekend.
Woo!
Parapsychon.
Woo!
Woohoo! I'm excited. I mean, I've been seeing people post about it. I know Tim Shaw and Dustin was even saying
Yeah.
I had no choice but to see him because I was making a funny comment. He said something about hope to see everybody, and I'm just like, I guess. And then a smiley face. He's like, you don't have a choice, Goose.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun. All
Yeah.
right. So it's Heisenberg's turn for the what the F moment of the week. So I'm going to play the music just so you know,
Just
Heisenberg,
listen.
and listen, and I'll point to you when it's your turn. Okay. Of course, now it's not going to play, right?
Right.
Hold on. Here we go. There we go.
What the
And go.
There you go now.
Yeah.
Yes.
You didn't hear it?
You need some headphones, dude.
It's not. I have a speaker. It's not the headphones. There's some kind of setting I don't have that I can't hear. I don't hear the intro to the show either.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Weird. All right. So what's going on? What do we got? What kind of story?
So today I'm gonna kind of talk about the Lake Erie Monster
Yes.
Yes.
and how I am going to say that it is a plausible theory that there is one.
Wow.
Okay.
So let's see here. I got to remember this because this was last week and I didn't really look at it. And as a like disclaimer, all my research was just one Google search.
Nice. I like it.
Yes, so it's all
Hey.
top searches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Extensive research.
Might be Wikipedia in there. I'm not really sure. I tried to avoid that, but it might be in there because I didn't really write anything down. So I'm just going to be kind of
There you go.
spitting it out. But okay,
Hear it.
so it's a serpent, right?
Yeah.
That's my theory. I mean, I think
Okay.
that's the main theory. It's a huge snake,
Okay.
Oh, like no legs at all, you're saying?
no legs.
Okay.
So you're not thinking it's like a Nessie, like a living dinosaur type thing. It's just a long, monstrous
It's
snake.
a huge snake-like creature.
Okay.
Okay.
No arms, no legs. Kind of because this is how I did it. All right, so I was like Lake Erie Monster, right? There's two of them. There's the Lake Erie
What?
Siren, aka Storm Hag.
What?
What?
Yeah.
Haven't heard of that one. Whoa.
Well, you know, Lake Erie has the most shipwrecks per density.
Wow. I did not
I think
know
I've
that.
heard something like that.
So I'm gonna
yeah.
blame the Lake Erie Siren, aka Storm Hag,
Storm Hag. I love it.
Storm Hag. That is awesome.
and the Lake Erie Monster for the amount of wrecks that happen.
That seems
Lake Erie.
logical.
So they started seeing it, or it started getting written about 1800s, right? Which makes sense because that's when Ohio became a state, 1803. So, but I think the earliest they said was like 1793 or something like that. It was one of the earliest dates I saw. But a lot of them say the 1800s.
Okay.
So that is when it was first started getting spotted. So then I started thinking, I was like, okay, what's Lake Ontario's monster?
Oh.
What's Lake Michigan's monster?
Yeah.
Oh,
What's
rabbit
Lake Huron's
hole.
monster and what's Lake Superior's monster? Now this is interesting because it makes sense. The 3 lower lakes are serpents.
Okay.
The 2
Okay.
upper lakes are Native American things when you do the first search.
Okay.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's a feline thing that causes the issues. Yeah.
Huh.
But so, Michigan, Erie, Ontario, both the
Mhm.
lower lakes, warmer water.
Right.
Lake Erie is the warmest lake,
Yeah.
which is the shallowest, so it could host a serpent-like creature
I
that
believe
could
it.
live.
Sure.
Now they say that this thing has the head the size of a Volkswagen.
Oh my God.
That's a big head.
Yeah, and it makes sense. I think it could totally live in Lake Erie.
I don't see why not, honestly. Like, have you ever seen River Monsters?
Yeah, I love that show.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
those are rivers. Look at
Yeah.
Lake Erie in comparison.
So, like, it all makes kind of sense there. You know, the lower lakes, all right here, Serpent Lake, they're connected.
Right. That's crazy.
I agree. Yeah.
So
What did
that's
you
my
say?
theory.
Interesting.
What about
That's my theory
Stormhag?
on how it could work.
Yeah. Did you do any digging on Stormhag? I'm interested to see where
I need
that
to know
comes
more.
from.
No, just since she had yellow eyes and like sharp teeth and stuff, and like basically it was like you hear her song before a thunderstorm
Okay.
going across,
That makes sense.
and she got yellow eyes and stuff like that.
So was she like an evil creature that like was luring sailors in,
Yep.
trying to warn them? Okay.
No, she's trying to lure them in.
So like a true siren. I got it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, I never heard of her.
Me
No,
neither. That's
I
crazy.
mean, I've heard of sirens, but it's usually
Right.
like in Ireland or Scotland.
Yeah, I never heard of the Lake Erie one.
Sure,
Like I said, I was just typing in Google stuff.
Yeah.
That's
I'm gonna
cool,
have
dude.
to
I
look
like
into
that.
So I did all my research and all my theorization from just the first
Yeah.
Google searches that I searched when I
The headlines didn't open the articles.
headlines and typed it
that would-
in. So I based my theory on that.
That would. I mean, I think that makes sense. I know a lot of the skeptical people think it's more something like a sturgeon,
Mm-hmm.
which is basically just a really long fish that if you're not looking close enough,
It's a
it
scaly
looks like a
fish that
snake.
looks like
Yeah.
it looked like a snake.
Right.
exactly.
Right.
So it could be so that the actual monster could be confused with a sturgeon to the skeptical eye.
Right. Well, see what makes it possible is there are river snakes
Sure.
or lake
Yeah.
snakes
Right.
in there.
Yeah.
So they do
Yeah.
survive the winter.
Right.
True. That's
And
good
then
point.
once they get to a certain size, there's nothing other than a boat running over it with its engine. There's
Yeah.
nothing that's going to kill it. There's no predators for it.
Yeah, and I think what I saw because I did look up because the one thing I did look up today was what was the warmest lake because that was my last part of
Mhm.
my theory in my head.
Yeah.
But that Lake
is
Erie
Lake
has
Erie-
got an average depth of 60 feet, I think,
That's so low.
with the deepest part being 200 and something, I think.
Wow.
Isn't it crazy? Lake Erie's gigantic, but it's like the baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh my God. Tina, send it to us immediately.
Tina, Facebook it to me.
but yeah,
I
Lake
could put it up.
Erie has the most shipwrecks per density.
That's
Lake
crazy. I
Michigan
wonder
has
why,
the most
though.
shipwrecks. And that's probably because of the Lake Michigan Triangle.
Okay.
Huh.
Sorry,
I was
I'm
reading
putting it up.
Darren's comment.
Yeah, I'm putting it up.
Well,
Yes,
yeah,
I'll-
it's called the South Island Bessie.
Okay.
If you like look at her like her nickname.
Okay.
Or, yeah. South Bessie or something. I can't remember, but
So Darren
she's
says
around
he's,
that like Putin Bay area, I think.
so it's a nice local story for you too.
Yeah.
Growing up in Port Clinton.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
cool.
know. I just kind of like I said, I just kind of put it together just by putting up.
So that
There's
wasn't
so much in
anything
Ohio.
you heard about growing up then?
I heard about the Lake Erie Monster, but there was never really stories about it.
Yeah.
I never heard any stories about it. We just laughed at it. Lake Erie Monster.
So Darren commented. He said him and his most of his childhood fishing in Lake Erie in his dad's boat every weekend, mostly out west Sister Island. They said that they saw some pretty strange things out there.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Now we got to rent a boat and go explore the lake.
I'm down.
I'm not fucking around with no storm hag and like Lake Erie monster.
All right, so Denise
Although
and
I do
I
want to
gotta
talk to
go.
a storm
Yeah.
hag because I feel like if I could take over the water with my zombie, and I think like the older dead ladies, they kind of like me.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think
You think Storm Hag would like you too?
storm hag, and then like she might give me like the powers to, if I could draw shipwrecks and have zombies,
Yeah,
all I gotta do is take the air.
you're golden. Tina's gonna go look for it with us.
Cool.
I mean, also when you're out on Lake Erie on a boat, that's perfect time for looking for UFOs too.
Exactly. You got it.
But
Two
Lake
birds,
Erie
one
is so
stone.
treacherous just because it's shallow.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So like storms whip across it really fast. I mean, waves get churned up really
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
Did you see I want to say it was last year where like something crazy was going on with the lake where like the west side of the lake was like
Yeah, the Western
empty.
Basin emptied.
Empty.
What?
Like they were like finding caves in Lake Erie that they had never seen before. Like
No
it
shit.
was gone.
What's that called? Does it start with an O?
I don't know.
Oh, but yeah, the Western Basin, the winds pushed the lake out.
Just it was
Huh.
gone. They seriously along the shoreline were finding like caves that nobody had
shit.
seen in hundreds of years.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Possible
it was-
home for the Lake Erie monster.
Yeah. It was not
Well,
I
often
can
out
tell you,
here
like, I
because
can tell you, I've seen the erosion of Lake Erie
yeah.
growing up
Oh
there.
yeah.
Yeah, because the place across the street from my mom's condo now, they're actually going to build a wall, so she's not even going to be able to see the lake from her condo anymore.
Oh wow.
But
I mean that's good though.
there used to be a beach there, and now it's right up almost to the rocks and then the road.
Mhm.
Like you used to be able to walk down that, like there was a whole beach going all the way down there,
Oh wow.
and it's gone.
Damn. Yeah, most of the beaches I've been to, there's really not a whole lot of beach. It's very, and it's mostly rocks. So
Yeah.
it's, but I've never spent any time, in Port Clinton or
We got a
any of
good
those
couple
western
beaches,
areas.
but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should definitely look up the pictures from that and the videos from that. That was wild.
But yeah, like there are some crazy wave pictures for Lake Erie.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Driving along it, even on the east side, especially when it's stormy out, it's crazy looking. I mean, those
There are many
waves are
oceans,
crashing.
man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Cool stuff.
They are
Well, that's
seriously. I mean, they're the largest freshwater bodies of water.
Yeah.
Mhm. I don't know. I like to pretend that giant things don't live in Lake Erie because I swim in it all the time,
See, I don't swim in it anymore. Ever since I got swimmers here, I'm not going in that thing again.
Yeah.
So, but I worry about boats.
But what?
Because I
Being
still
out on the
think that
water?
the Lake Erie monster and storm hag
Yeah. I love it.
causing some of the issues.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, but I never heard of the Lake Erie siren.
She sent it to you on Messenger, Goose.
I got it.
Yeah, I've never heard of that either. I wonder if there's like some sort of like
And we grew up on the lake.
right, exactly. That's why I was asking if you had ever heard it.
No,
Growing
we're
up
supposed
over
to know
there.
all the stories.
Right.
Yeah. Come on, man. You got to know all this stuff.
I'm almost ashamed.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I don't know. It's not like we're like in, Massachusetts and it's like a fishing spot or something. Like I don't know anybody who like fishes Lake Erie, other like charter boats, I mean, but I don't know. I feel like
I know
towns
charter
that are
boats.
like
I know people
fishing
that work on
towns.
charter boats.
What?
I know people that work on charter boats
Right.
and the Jet Express and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it's not like a fishing town where like you have fishermen who
No.
go out all the time, generations of fishermen passing along these stories, like,
Oh
Right.
yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know, like, I have friends that are like I don't know if they're really considered professional, but they fish walleye tournaments and they're at Lake Erie all the time.
Yeah. But
yeah, other than that,
It's
it's not
not-
like
yeah,
there's
it's
not
not
big
like a
fishing
fishing
boats
town.
out there. Yeah.
right. I don't know.
Although I want to do one of those perch charters. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I looked into doing a charter for Everett for his birthday because he loves fishing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was like $3,000, and I was like, I love you, bud,
Ooh.
but no,
Yeah.
we're not doing that.
You know what? Get
Right.
a pontoon boat, go on the Portage Lakes out here.
Right?
Yeah.
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 They're like $140, or they were.
Yeah. I mean,
like
yeah. Portage Lakes, West Branch,
Yeah,
Pymot,
get a
or
pontoon
Pontoon,
boat,
Pymotoonie.
and go out
yeah.
there and fish.
Punderson is kind of close to you,
Mhm.
closer than Barberton.
Yeah,
or,
for sure.
Portage
And then you
Lakes.
get to drive the boat too.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And there's probably no sea hags or sea serpents. All right, I got the
That'd be an
picture
interesting thing.
Tina sent us.
Okay.
You want to see it?
Yeah.
So you gotta look to the sky. It's interesting.
Oh, weird.
You see the face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the
You can,
crazy
like,
hair
See the chin and the crazy hair
and the
and
pointy
the
nose.
eyeballs. Yeah, that's
There's my
crazy.
girl.
And she looks like she's screaming.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's pretty wild.
Wow.
Sea
That's cool. That's cool.
Spooky shit. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, that was cool stuff, man. That was interesting. I like that.
Yeah,
it
I'm
wasn't
definitely
really
gonna have to look
fully a
into that.
story. It was just my theory on how the possible Lake Erie monster could be.
Even if it was a story that you looked up, it's still just a theory.
Yeah. I mean, it's
So.
cool. Yeah. I like it.
Yep.
I'm
I love the local stuff, like all the local lore we can
Yeah.
do for Ohio.
That's what I wanted to kind of do.
yeah.
That's why I saw like the Lake Michigan Triangle. That's why I said
Yeah.
like Lake Michigan's
Yeah.
got the most. I think I thought Lake Superior did. I have to double check that. What do you think
Yeah.
Lake Superior? But maybe not. But like Lake Michigan's the midpoint of everything, kind of where boats
Possibly.
coming in
Maybe.
and out of there are probably
Yeah.
all over the place.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I watched like I think 2 shows where they mentioned a flight that had disappeared. I mean, there's been a few planes
Yeah.
that have disappeared in that area, but it was actually a
It's like the
Expedition.
southern part of Lake Michigan, I think it is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah. Josh Gates did a whole story on finding a specific flight
Love him.
on Expedition Unknown. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. Hold on, something's going on.
So that was it. I was like, couldn't really think of a story. So I was like, I just started thinking about the Lake Erie monster when I was sitting out in the garage having a cigarette, and I was like,
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Now
makes
I
more
want to
sense,
like
but-
look into it. I want to see if there's anybody who's has pictures or
right.
you know.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
think it's
sorry.
like a Nessie type thing. I think it's an actual.
Yeah,
Right.
Yep. that's cool.
I don't see why not.
Right.
And it's especially out there, like, you know, Lake Erie is rough. So if it say
Yeah.
there is one and it died, the animals are going to eat the meat, and those bones don't stand a chance. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they'll be
Right.
destroyed.
Yeah. Yeah, there's plenty of food source out there.
Yeah.
And apparently caves for them to hide in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, like what are those caves for?
Right.
Right. Don't know. Is it
It's
just
so
erosion or has it been there? Who knows? They're not old salt mines because they're still working on those, right? I
No.
mean, there's not old
No.
abandoned salt mines all over. Is there?
No, and the salt mines are like, I don't know. It's not like that. These are like actual
Yeah.
caves.
That's cool.
Salt-
I'm gonna have to look up
salt mines
that,
are way
just
below
know.
the lake,
Yeah.
right?
What?
They're way below the lake.
Yeah, right.
I just know where they're at. I don't know how it works or you know. I just
I
know they're
meant to
mining
send you
salt.
guys something. My friend works down there, and he posts videos all the time of
Oh, really?
of the salt mines. It's freaking crazy.
Yeah, you told me you said that he works in or drives that big
Yeah.
truck.
Yeah, and I forgot to send you pictures, and then now that you bring it up again, now I'm like, damn it, I forgot. Ugh,
But I just thought it was funny that Lake Ontario, Lake Michigan both had a serpent like
right.
Yeah.
story, but Huron and Superior, your first ones were Native American lore.
Yeah.
Huh.
So is it like
And that, like I said, this is just me like typing it real fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I wonder if it's like kind of like the Bigfoot, where it's the same creature, just a different name,
Right.
depending
Theirs
on
are
where
more
it's
like
from.
it sounds like cat like.
Cat-like, really?
Yeah,
Huh?
Like in the lake.
yeah, something like that.
Weird. Is this
Well, you know,
what's her
you know
name?
those Canadians.
Storm Hag?
Uh,
Is she like a ghost or like a mermaid?
Hmm.
Either way, I'm down.
I
Sounds
don't
fun.
know.
Maybe
Yeah,
that's
like,
what you need to
I
know.
was surprised when I saw that one. Like I said, I never heard of her, and I
Yeah.
grew up on the lake, so that's kind of like
Right.
sad.
Yeah, I was like thinking about stories, and I'm always thinking like specific, like UFO, Bigfoot, or ghosts. I always kind of forget all these other millions of things
Right?
that people witness and talk about, and are just part of people's lore.
I don't know. I
Let's see,
don't.
Tina.
Oh yeah, Tina's picture was in downtown Cleveland.
Okay, what's up, David? Mr. Alcorns.
I don't know. I feel like there's way too many stories about stuff like that for it not to be real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're regional too. It's like different parts of the world have like, and it's not just Sasquatch. It's like all kinds of things. It's
Mhm.
the Wolfman, all like pretty much everything. The
The sky people.
sirens, sky people. Yeah, it's just depending on what region. It's all regional, but
And
it's the
it's
same
like,
thing.
and it's before cinema and AI and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Like these people saw what they saw. They're not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
One thing I was going to talk about, but I decided not to, was urban legends,
Yeah.
because I didn't want to
Yeah.
name all the places. Not that there's a lot of anybody listens to the show and would go out and do it, but
Right.
Oh yeah.
True.
No. Yeah.
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 like I looked up. I was like, I did the basic one. Crybaby Bridge. There's like
Mhm.
7 of
Right.
them.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a bunch of them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's some, but like I was like looking at it, and I was like, I don't want to say where they're at really, because like
Right.
if for some reason somebody was watching this show,
Right. And somebody lives on these properties that people are sending, people to.
yeah, I don't want to do anything like that. I didn't want to do anything like that and like say where
Yeah.
anything was. But there was like, you can look them up, but there was like 7 of them.
Yeah. There's a lot of
Yeah.
crybaby bridges.
I think
Well,
in
I
every
mean, we could
state.
do.
And Gravity Hill. Do you guys have a Gravity Hill? Where like
No.
you park your car at the top or at the bottom and it will pull your car back up, and it's the souls of children that died in a school bus accident that carry your car.
Right.
But really it's like an optical illusion. But like
Oh,
I've
okay.
heard of those all over the place too.
Yeah. Crybaby
Yeah, I think,
Bridges. I mean,
I think
every.
Ghost Adventures once tried to do something with that. They
Oh,
put
really?
flour on the back of the car or something to see if they would get imprints.
Oh, nice.
It was in Texas, I think, though. This was
Nice.
a long time ago, so I don't even.
Yeah,
Not
those are
sure.
everywhere though too.
Yeah, it was like in Texas, and like they wanted to see if they would get prints.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. David said he thinks that Bigfoot could be a spirit of a caveman.
It's honestly a
we've-
great thought. It really
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
And that is one of the
Um,
main theories. I mean, that is
I already
one
talked
of the.
about where Bigfoot was, and he's in Alaska, Portland.
Yeah, that's true.
He's
Gotcha.
a bear-like creature,
Check out the
And-
replay of that from 2 weeks ago. No, 3 weeks ago.
and he'll kill you before you even see him.
Yeah. That's wild stuff. But yeah, it is a good theory. I mean, that it's something like
Could be a caveman.
interdimensional, not necessarily physically
Right.
here. It makes sense.
Yep. I think so. I like it. I like it, Dave. David. Can I call you
You get a
Dave?
stamp of approval for
Yep.
your theory.
But if you
Who's
think back to
approved?
the caveman times, they wouldn't be smart enough to keep hidden from us, even if it was a spirit.
No, but well, yeah, they would, because they were on like their brains were on heightened survival mode all the time. Like they didn't have such a thing as like relaxing. You know what I mean? They constantly were worried.
Mhm.
They're not going to just appear to people.
Hunt and
If
gather,
they're not going to
hunt
be
and
able to
gather,
hide
hunt and
from
gather.
people, that's
But
smart.
also Okay, just take it this way. Say there's a woman from the 1800s, okay?
Okay.
Her spirit could be walking around all the time and nobody ever sees her because not everybody can see her.
Right.
So maybe Bigfoot's the same way.
Right.
You have to be psychic to see Bigfoot.
Oh.
I didn't do
They're
that.
in Fort Luck, Alaska.
That is weird. I don't know what happened then. I only hit it once. Right. Nobody can find bones, and they claim that they go through the woods running and nobody can hear them.
Yeah. Which is crazy because you could hear a squirrel walking in the woods.
I mean,
any
to me, the
hunter.
ghost, yeah. To me, the ghost theory makes a lot more sense than it being a creature that can, like a living creature that can travel interdimensionally. I mean, just like my skeptical side of my brain, which is very small.
If
But
it's a ghost,
creeps
can it
out.
make a print?
See, that's another good point, though. That's a good anti-ghost point.
I mean, but we just talked about how whatever that show was, put flour down so they could see
Yeah.
if there was prints. You know, like people do. People have done it at the seminary before, dumped baby powder to see if they can get footprints.
Yeah, but they've
So now
always
we're just-
gotten
we're
like
just-
a deep imprint.
Yeah. I don't know.
So we're just kind of giving more proof to my theory that Bigfoot is a tulpa.
Yeah.
Which
Bigfoot
is-
is a bear-like creature that lives in Port Luck, Alaska.
But please
I
don't go
told you
there.
where he was.
Please don't go there.
Go find him.
But no, it's a good theory.
That's one adventure I will not go on.
Yeah, the whole UFO thing, though, that's pretty much died down, hasn't it? We're not hearing too much about that anymore.
Yeah, about
kind of a
drones and all
bummer.
that.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Yeah.
because they got other stuff to think about now.
Yeah, there's always something new. Yeah, for
Makes
sure,
sense.
David.
It could be any. I mean, I've heard we've all talked about interdimensional, all that
Mhm.
stuff.
I mean, it's all
But
paranormal.
Port Luck.
Tina's proven my point.
Tina says they weren't stupid, Mike. They're probably smarter than most of the people in the United States today, especially with survival.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They didn't
Bullshit.
have like a relax mode. They
So
were
there,
constantly in.
suck it.
What? That doesn't mean that they're smart. I mean, yeah, they might run around and be feral people, but they're not smarter than people are now.
Have you met people now?
Yeah, but you still can't. A cave person could not scientifically be as smart as we are now.
I don't know.
The only thing, no. They have a keener sense of survival.
Survival, yeah.
Okay.
They have.
So, like I said,
That
they're
is-
feral, but you still see them.
So
Right.
if they're
They're
feral
feral
and they're based on survival, they're going to hide the shit out of themselves.
Yeah.
And do whatever it takes. That's all they know.
That's
Because-
survival. Is you assume
Then why do they
everything's
every
a
once in a while
predator.
leave a
As
print
an
then?
animal.
But only one.
Yeah.
To throw you off. To say, hey, I'm
Right.
going that way, and really they're hiding and going the other way.
hmm
So there. What did David say? Let's see. They would learn to be afraid of us. They'd be, dude, I'm afraid of us. If I
I'm
could run
afraid
and
of us
hide
too.
from a lot of us, I would bail the hell out of here.
I'd like to
I'm
meet a
not
big
saying that we're smart. I think we're smarter than cavemen. I'm not saying we're smart.
In a way, I think they definitely knew more than we did. They knew how to survive and
very
live
different
off the land.
ways.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
They have their technical. We're
All right,
technically
so they
actually
knew how to
advanced.
survive,
We know
right?
math.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you going somewhere with this, or are you
Good
just
argument, guys.
No.
okay? I thought this was leading to some kind of debate, but all right.
You want to debate?
Yeah, they're-
Okay.
Yes, I know. Port Luck, Alaska, bear-like creature. That's all it is. I got it. Stamp of approval. That's what it is. You guys heard it here first.
Right.
There's your.
Probably not first, though, honestly.
No, nothing is ever first.
I don't think a cave person could even survive at a time right now.
And on the contrary, we could not survive living as a cave person.
True.
I'm not saying that we could. I'm
No, I
saying
know.
right
I'm just
now.
saying.
I know, but they're not smarter
Yeah.
than us still just because of that. We
No.
can't survive
We're
there
smart in
because we don't
different
know how
ways.
to fight saber-toothed tigers and shit.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, there's a stink bug flying around my house.
Oh, they're bad right now. I'm constantly
hate
catching
What are
them
they?
and throwing them outside.
Stink
Stink bugs.
bugs.
Oh,
And they sound
Yeah.
like a bee or something.
yeah,
They're
they
like,
do.
I just saw you look up like what?
"Ooh, ooh."
Yeah, it's getting so bad. Like my kids are starting to name them like their pets.
Oh my god. Stop.
But then the minute they fly by you, it's get it out of here, kill it. I'm like,
Right.
you can't kill it.
No.
That's when they stink. Is when you try to attack it.
Yeah.
That's their defense mechanism.
You know what? I'm not going to question the spirit of the caveman.
Okay.
Yeah, spirit's a whole different level. I mean, that's.
Spirit's a whole different level. Intelligence.
But no, that is that is a theory that is out there in the community. So
Yeah.
for sure,
I just don't think a caveman's smart enough to keep hidden.
I believe a little bit of all of it until somebody proves me wrong.
True.
Or
Yeah.
finds the exact what it is, if they ever do.
And I feel like every single theory, I can see both sides of it. You know what I
Sure.
mean?
Tina, everybody would eventually do that to the planet. It's inevitable.
Inevitable. I mean, I do think we're stupid for that, but
No, we are, but
it's
The
on a
price we pay
different
for
level, though.
technological advancement.
right, like even
Yeah.
like those wind farms and stuff take a bunch of oil to operate
Mhm.
That's true.
to lubricate them.
You've been watching Landman, haven't you?
No, why?
Eisenberg's like, what is it?
What is it?
It's a series on TV. It's about a guy who's like an oil boss,
No,
but he's like explaining to somebody who's like an eco warrior that everything that you're talking about that we could advance to still takes oil,
Mhm.
and it
yeah,
still
because
takes
everything,
right.
oil's made of it. Oil's
Yeah.
petroleum's and everything.
Sure, it is.
And
But,
I
yeah,
think that what Tina's talking about is a different type of smart. I think it's one thing to be like technologically advanced and to do all these things, but then it's even smarter. It's like a awakening, like a spiritual smarter to understand that like we don't need to have taxes and credit scores and jobs
period.
and
Do we need houses?
shelter.
Shelter.
But houses?
We don't need $5 million mansions.
Do we need houses?
We do need houses. If you need to buy or sell, give me a call.
especially $5 million mansions.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? It's a different kind of smart.
I don't think
Sure.
it's smart. I think it's just a survivalist. It's not smart. It's
Yeah.
animalistic.
Yeah. That's what we're made for.
You're making
Yeah.
smart sound more like a label than an actual thing.
Yeah, but I mean, they got to the fire, they got to the wheel. I mean, it depends where we're looking at. Where are we looking at in this caveman thing? Let's talk about it. If you guys really want to talk about it, let's go. Let's see.
Well, first of all, you got to go back and like dive yourself back into anthropology because
I don't. I can talk right now.
I don't think the saber-toothed tiger was still like a
I
thing
don't think
when
they're
cavemen had developed that far.
Siberian tiger.
Okay. Oh, so you don't think the saber-toothed tiger was real?
No.
I'm losing all faith.
I don't even know what's happening anymore.
He's totally just demeaning the whole thing he's saying about us being smarter with the things that he's saying.
I don't know what's happening.
Saber-toothed tiger wasn't real.
I can't keep up.
I don't know. Dinosaurs weren't real either, apparently, to some people.
Right?
That they're just
So there's
making up
difference
bones.
between being spiritual
Yeah.
and loving the planet to being smart and progressing.
Yeah. That's what
So
I
you got to
said.
make the decision.
Different ways.
You know, you want to live in the house, but you don't want to
Yeah.
deal with the planet stuff.
Yeah, we already got houses. That's good enough. Like,
You want electric cars?
no, I don't want electric cars.
Me neither.
We
Oh
don't
my
need
God.
AI. We don't need.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't think that we need to keep advancing.
I think we're advancing to the point where we're actually going to destroy ourselves. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's really.
Yeah. I don't want an electric car because it's run on a computer, which can be hacked.
True.
No,
Yeah.
thank you.
All cars are run on a computer, except yours, probably. You're probably safe.
Oh, speaking of which, my 2007 Dodge Nitro hit officially 250,000 miles. We're at
Yes.
Holy
250
shit.
miles. She did it.
Wow.
It's there. You're safe.
Yep.
You're safe, D.
And the wheels are
Yeah.
still on.
See? My car's not running on a computer.
They're tracking us.
Not
They're
me.
tracking us.
Unlike this show, your car is still operating on all four wheels.
Your car is the safest spot in the planet.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Where's your bug out point? I'm going to Denise in her car.
Denise's car. It's
Yeah.
them.
She's like, well, you're fucked. It only fits four or five people, so my family first.
Sorry, guys.
So I guess we all have to buy Dodge Nitros.
Yeah, they're
Well,
freaking
no,
great.
you don't want to
Make
do
sure it's
that.
a 2007.
Dee wants to keep that year going for herself, so we don't want
Yeah.
to buy them all up for her.
Listen,
Yeah,
I have
sure.
thought about buying another one just for parts. Like,
That's
have a
what they do
backup.
for the
'cause
old
I don't
airplanes
ever
that they
wanna-
don't make anymore.
Yeah, I don't want to get rid of my car ever. So if I just can replace it a little bit at a time if I need to.
Right, you go to pull apart or something, buy one, and
Just buy a whole one. Yeah. I'll
yeah,
take the
just
whole
have it
thing.
there and-
Speaking of cars, I have been seeing a lot of things about these new types of transportation that are coming out, like the actual flying car, which is basically just a drone that somebody sits on and flies around.
It's so stupid.
It's stupid, but they're wondering why they're seeing drones in the sky now. I mean, at first I was all like, whoa, what are these drones? But now it's like, okay, we know that there's car-sized drones
Right.
that are a thing. And like, what's the like Kawasaki? I brought it up the other day, and I'm gonna download the video and send to you guys. But making that freaking vehicle that runs like a horse, that
Oh,
has
yeah.
4 legs,
Crazy.
and it's like, if you want to learn how to ride a horse, just fucking ride a horse.
Yeah. Can go up a mountain and shit. Yeah. No.
Yeah, and it's like jumping over ravines and shit. It's just
See, they're doing stuff they should be doing, man.
Right.
Yeah.
And like, why are we gonna? Okay, car accidents are already bad. What happens when a car is flying? They get into an accident and then it falls down and
Oh.
hits like
Oh
You're
my
layers
God.
and layers of people.
I have a whole bunch of thoughts on flying cars and
Yeah, it's so
infrastructure
dumb.
and insurance rates.
We can't even be trusted
Oh, yeah.
on the ground.
no.
So
And
dumb.
you're
I've thought
almost
about
assured
flying
to
cars
die.
and infrastructure for a while.
It's dumb.
It's impossible.
I mean, it'd be cool to not have roads and potholes anymore.
Oh,
But
there'll be a construction in the sky. I know they'll find a way. I
right.
know
They
they'll
would.
find a way.
and there will
Turns
first
like
sure
to still
be
be down
toll
to
roads.
one lane.
Oh, sorry, we got to replace this part of the sky because it is all
got
just
more
an
now.
illusion, and we are all just part of the show.
Yeah, it's like the Truman Show, but a nightmare version of it.
Yeah, there's like no way that flying cars could work.
No, it'd be so dumb.
But I guarantee you they're going to try. They already
Well,
are
people
trying.
are gonna try it. Yeah, I mean, I've seen
Yeah.
cars with
Yeah.
shit. I'm looking through all my airplane stuff.
Uh-huh.
I've seen some fucked up cars
hmm
and how they try to get them in the air, and they
Oh,
have
yeah.
sometimes. And
Oh yeah,
it's-
even some of the earlier
good.
flying machines. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it doesn't
What?
doesn't seem like a good choice for our.
I mean, we aren't even like mastered jetpacks.
Yeah,
No.
right.
How could we do cars? We haven't even mastered jetpacks.
I'd rather can we just focus on teleporting? Because that would be great. Like,
I bet you it'd be expensive as fuck.
I'm late all the time for everything. It'd
Would
be
you pay
so
that
cool if I
extra?
could just be like,
Did you
And
pay
I'm
that
there.
extra amount to get there on time?
I want to teleport. I
It's-
don't want a flying car. I don't
See,
want
I watch too much Star Trek, and I know what it does to you.
You know what it's
What's it do to you?
right. Tell us.
The transport system in Star Trek literally breaks
Yeah.
down you to the molecular structure and zaps you somewhere else and reforms you, how the hell are you not going to get fucked up?
Well,
To come out with your arm coming out of your head, your fucking. I mean,
I'm not gonna lie, that has happened. I saw it happen on Spaceballs.
You guys are quoting some excellent documentaries here. This is
I know, right? Spaceballs, Star Trek, it's all fucking fact. It's all based on loose fact, but it's the
I
truth.
saw Spaceballs. They actually watched the movie while they're shooting it at one point, so it's real.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you,
Okay.
when I was watching Star Trek as a kid, I'm like, we're never going to have those space pads. That's crazy. Let me look
Yeah.
it up on IMDb real quick.
You know whatever.
Well, let
the
me
other thing I
scan
think
this
of
real quick.
teleporting is Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
That kid that the candy bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where he wants to
Mikey.
be all small.
Spacely sprockets, Tina said.
Yes, from the Jetsons.
See, I always wanted the Jetsons, you know, the scene at the beginning where he just like wakes up and stands on a conveyor belt and it goes through
Oh,
and
yeah,
it washes his hair and it gets him
Yeah.
dressed and all that.
That would be nice.
Okay, cool. I'm down for that.
Yeah, that would
The
be
flying
great.
car? No.
No, we don't have the infrastructure. I mean, our cars on the road aren't as safe.
Yeah.
As they,
We cannot be
No.
trusted with flying cars as a species.
So the government's going to spend all their hard-earned tax money. They're not going to have any roads to fix anymore. Well, like I
I
said,
don't
they're
think they're
gonna
spending
fix-
any money on
yeah,
that.
they will.
anyway.
They'll have to have somebody that cleans up all the fucking cars that are on the bottom of
Right.
the, wherever they crashed.
Right. And so
Just
you could
sudden-
just be playing in, you know, you could be playing in your backyard with your kids and somebody gets in a car accident, you know,
Yeah.
1,000 feet in the air and then just falls on you. Like,
Yeah.
that's so,
There's going to be a big boom in the funeral industry
yeah.
and the cremation industry.
And,
And the
homeowners
cleanup
insurance canceled, car
Oh my God,
insurance
yeah,
canceled. Nope.
Just wouldn't work.
Yeah. Do you know how like rare it is for a car to crash into a house? Like that's ridiculously low. Now put all the
Right.
cars up in the air and people just and like you can't make roads. You can't draw
Right.
lines in the air.
Right.
So
I know I've
there's
been thinking about that, how that would work.
there's
But
like
I just
zero
can't think of it.
no. There's zero speed limits, there's zero like stoplights to get people to travel safely. No.
In my mind, it had something to do with magnets. That was how I was going to control how to stop and start the traffic.
Let's just push a button and everybody stops because the magnets are
No,
holding
like it
them
was
back.
going to be
Or-
magnetized somehow. I don't know how, but that was my thought.
So that they
Magnets
couldn't
were
crash
involved.
into each other? Like because how
I don't
magnets
know.
push
Yeah,
away from each
magnets were
other?
involved. Something was going to happen.
Okay.
What? You never thought of it? any
Heisenberg's
ideas,
got it
Mike?
all figured out. I can honestly say I've never thought of it.
Really?
No.
I've thought about it and then been like, wow, that's a really dumb idea. We should
Yeah.
never have flying cars. But that was where the end of it.
No.
I've never
I
sat
can't
in bed
think
at night
about it.
thinking, man, I don't think we have the infrastructure for.
I bet if we use magnets, like he's got it all planned out.
Hey, they're going to come looking for you now, man.
Yeah.
That you know you have
Way
all
to
the
go.
answers.
I don't care.
Right.
I'm trying to. I couldn't do it. I got. Hopefully, the boy's a genius, but I always wanted to be an evil genius. I just couldn't break that genius part, man. Couldn't
You're
bust
just
that puzzle.
evil.
So you guys could be a good team. You're evil
Yeah.
and he's a
Yeah.
genius.
There you go.
It's gonna be great.
There
Roscoe, are you telling us something?
Let's go.
Yeah, Ryan's home, so he's looking outside.
I gotcha.
All
All right. So, cool.
Yeah.
Flying cars and sea hags and Lake Erie.
Storm Hag.
Storm hags. Damn it.
AKA Storm Hag. I did it Nancy Grace style. Lake Erie Siren, AKA Storm Hag,
Storm Hag.
AKA Mariel. That's her name.
All right.
Okay.
I think we just not only lost 4 tires, but the spare as well.
We lost the Storm Hag too.
We're flying cars.
You guys, if you guys are actually still with us, I mean, you could tell this has been a crazy.
We're
couple weeks.
exhausted.
My eyes look like they're gonna just completely close while I'm sitting here. But yeah,
There's nobody still
this was
watching,
fun
is
though.
there?
This was kind of a nice release. There's only 3 of us, so I know I'm one
I-
of them.
It'll be fun at OSR to just sit for the
Yeah.
whole day and not have
Yeah.
to run
Hey,
around.
I don't have to. Right. I don't have to work. I don't have to deliver oxygen to
Right.
people. I don't. Yeah. We get to
I'll
talk about
probably
weird
still have
shit
to work.
with friends.
Somebody needs
Right.
to bring me a chair.
Okay, I'll try to remember.
I don't have
Speaking
any.
of which, since we're on the show, should we just
Maybe I should go buy
plan out
some.
what we need?
Let's plan it.
Maybe I'll go buy one.
I mean, it's not bad to have a chair, Heisenberg.
I know, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, I have one. It's kind of a rocking camping chair, but it's too big to carry. So
That's perfect. Oh,
So yeah, Parapsychon this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. You get a lot of people there. It's a big one. All kinds of special guests. I don't even. There's so many. I know our friend Lauren Hellickson's going to be there. Dustin Pari, Tim Shaw, a ton of people.
Heather Taddy will be there.
Heather Taddy. I think they're
Yeah.
really close too. They're only going to be sitting a couple of tables down from us. So
Nice.
it'll be fun. So if you guys have free time and you're local, or even if you're not, come check it out.
Yeah.
We'll be there. And then after that, Heisenberg and I will be at the Kent stage for the Haunted Theater tour, sharing some of our stories and just kind of hanging out and talking ghosts with people. It'll be
That's
I
fun.
don't have any stories really.
I'll tell them. I'll make stories for you.
Okay. I was gonna
But yeah, well,
I was gonna wing it anyways.
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah. I mean, just like our history tours at Madison.
Right.
So yeah, that's that room, and
My
that
tours
does-
are honest.
right. I have no idea what that is. I think it's just storage.
See?
Hey, they're not lying. Yeah, I think actually Darren asked if we're going to be in the same area as we were last year. I'm pretty much sure it's the same spot.
I think so.
It's like a table or 2 off. But yeah, it's going to be same area, same side, same wall.
I'm excited.
Oh my gosh.
I was lying. I was just trying to be like,
That was
Yeah,
really
well,
good.
that
I
is-
believe you.
Yeah, I
I mean,
believe
this was
you.
great.
Yeah. You did really good.
he's practicing for his new job.
Yeah. This
You
house
guys
is
are going to
great.
love this house. It's amazing.
This house is great. I love it.
Love it.
You're so
All right, crypto heads. I think that's it for the night. Come see us. As I sniff, that was weird. Come see us this weekend at Parapsychon. It'll be
Yeah.
fun.
I'm excited.
We all know you're going just to see us.
Right. I mean, there's all the special guests, but that's just all glitter to
Right.
get to you to the real
We know
the
why
real
you're
show.
going. But yeah, if we don't see you this weekend, we'll see you next week on Thursday. And in the meantime, don't be an asshole.
Don't be an asshole. Love you guys. Have a great weekend.
Bye.